All right, what's up, everybody? We're live at Eddy's Cantina. I have a question for you. What does it take to become a musician in Taiwan? Our guest today knows the answer to that. Welcome to my man Keril. How you doing, brother?
I'm doing great. I'm doing fantastic. It's a pleasure to be here.
Thanks, brother. Thanks for doing this, man.
Of course. It was my pleasure. I mean, I heard about this restaurant before from a friend.
Okay.
And just walking in, just getting the smell and the food and just these four wings, tempting wings in front of me.
We'll grab the wings in a sec for sure, man.
Definitely. So we're going to talk about, my journey in Taiwan.
I can't wait. I got lots of questions for you.
Of course. Let's go right ahead.
Okay, cool. But before we start, maybe you can let people know who you are,
okay,
for those that might not know who you are.
All right, so my name is Keril Victor. Our Chinese name is Weijia. And I'm from the beautiful island of Saint Lucia.
Okay, beautiful.
And I came to Taiwan 6.5 years ago.
Okay.
I got a scholarship actually to study Chinese and to do my undergraduate.
Beautiful.
So my first few years in Taiwan were in like New Taipei City, like Xinjiang.
Okay.
I did language center for 1 year. Like most people, when they come to Taiwan, they study Chinese for 1 year.
Yeah.
After that 1 year, there's not really much Chinese you can speak.
Yeah. For sure.
You can order things in the night market. 多少钱我要这个我也不要
这个那个
you're right. But
oh my gosh,
it was, I think, during university.
Yeah.
I studied at my economics degree at National Chengchi University. And my Chinese really started to improve, and I started blending into the culture and blending into Taiwan.
Okay.
So that's where my journey started in terms of coming to Taiwan.
I love it. And you plan on staying, hopefully, in Taiwan? That's
yes,
the plan?
The thing is, I remember, this is funny, like I graduated in 2018.
Okay.
And my goal was graduate and leave Taiwan. Imagine, all my passwords ended in 2018.
Okay. So it was a crazy year for you.
It was like 2018, I'm leaving Taiwan. Yes, I want to go back home. I want to travel.
Okay.
And it's 2020. I'm still here.
Still here, man.
And no regrets.
Okay.
It's been an absolute pleasure.
I love it, man. Beautiful. That's a great story. I got lots of questions, but before we do it, how are you with spicy food? You like spicy
I could
food?
take mild spicy with like 30 to 50%, but I can't go all the way.
Okay, no
problem.
I
can go all the way, but you just see me suffer.
Yeah, sure, no problem. Do you, in your country, do you guys eat a lot of spicy stuff? Or?
We eat spicy, but most times we add the spice.
At the sure.
So like if we have like a fish, we call like a fish broth.
Okay.
We have this yellow pepper, and then we add it on.
Nice.
And we dig into it.
Sounds delicious. Excellent. So we do 2 rounds of 4, and the first one is super easy. It's just like Frank's buffalo wings, basic, right? Nice. So that's the first one. So we start from this side. We go from right to left. And then you can do the drumstick or the wing, and I'll have the other one.
All right.
Whatever you want. So get in on there, brother.
Get into it.
Yeah. And we've got water. We've got milk. We've got horchata. I don't know if you know what horchata is. Yeah.
Oh,
you know horchata?
You don't pronounce the H.
No, you don't. No.
Because I was like,
it's okay.
Horchata.
It's all good, man. It's all good. It's okay. Actually, horchata is like a traditional. I don't know if you guys know about that, but it's like a traditional Mexican drink. Okay. It's made of like rice water, vanilla, cinnamon, sugar. So try it out, man.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. It's pretty good. I enjoy it. So, yeah. If you like cinnamon, it's a pretty solid one, I think.
Yeah, I'm a fan of cinnamon.
Good.
Actually, in the Asian foods, there's
not much cinnamon. Yeah, you know what?
I miss cinnamon, like cinnamon buns.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh,
for sure.
My goodness, man.
I love that. It's funny because this drink sells really well here, and the locals love it.
I can't put it down.
Yeah. we can get more, so go for it, man. But they don't really, not all obviously, but in our experience, a lot of the Taiwanese, they don't like cinnamon that much. So they're like, this drink is perfect, but can you have no cinnamon? I'm like, it's kind of like a cinnamon drink, so it's kind of like...
It's like bubble tea without the bubbles.
Exactly. Yeah. Right on, brother. Grab your wing and get started,
get wings.
You got the drum or wing, whatever you got.
I'll go with the drum.
Get drum, man, yeah. Right on, brother. Cheers. And thanks again for doing this, man. I appreciate it.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, it's all right. Just a basic one to start.
Like from the first bite, you get the flavor.
Yeah.
That's some good stuff.
Well, it's a restaurant. We try to make sure that the food is good, right? I mean, we've been doing the restaurant for 13 years, from a stand until now, and
that's a success because
it's a tough business.
The lifespan of a restaurant is
very short.
Between 2 to 3 years. If you're strong, if you're good, 5 years max.
Sure.
If you could get past that 5 years, then you have a good brand. This guy's did 13 years.
13 years, man. We can feel it now. Like we were just chatting. We've been doing all right, pretty decent lately. But yeah, like the first 5 years is. I mean, I didn't get to go home. I didn't see my family. It was like beans and rice every day, for dinner. Like, what are we doing? Well, no, just beans and rice, which is okay because we love that. But now it's like it's after 13 years. I mean, there's many years of not really making any money. Many times we had to go to, it's like it's payday next week. No money in the bank. Go to the bank, borrow money. So it's a pretty crazy process. So I can see how people can. I don't want to say fail, but can stop because it's pretty rough. It's a rough one. I mean, I love it. And one of the main things is the people that we get to meet. There's cool stories that we want to share, and that's the whole point of this podcast. So
nice. So you've been. I mean, I've been in Taiwan for 6.5 years.
Yeah. Oh my God, man! I've been here for I'd say 18
wow.
years. But your Chinese is better than mine. Never studied, man. I never studied. I can speak like. It's pretty decent. Like I do the show sometimes in Chinese, but I don't have the like you can tell the people that went to school and went hard for like a year and they have the vocabulary. Like mine is just like chatty vocabulary. I think it's decent, but it's sometimes when I see videos, I'm just like, damn. Well, I can't sing in Chinese. So that's one of this guy's talents. I mean. I was checking out your stuff earlier and all week. So we do these once a week, and I really try to get sort of intimate with the person I'm gonna but wait a minute. No, it's live. Yeah, that I'm gonna interview, and yeah, man, you're amazing. You're wow. So you're gonna you have an album or something planned out, or what's the plan, brother?
So I mean,
okay, yeah.
The story was, I mean, when I did my undergraduate in economics, my passion has always been music.
Okay.
But there was not many opportunities to do that. And coming to Taiwan, I thought I'd put my music dreams or aspirations on the side.
Okay.
To study something like, mom and dad tells you, hey.
Oh yeah,
something more suitable, something that can bring you some money. And
yes, for sure.
Something that's stable. So, luckily, in my third year of university, I was able to, get exposed to like the music industry, and I started performing, and I mean, I just like, wow, this is what I want to do.
Yeah.
So actually, what happened then was like, I didn't want to finish university because I'm like, I just want to start singing. I just want to sing.
Just sing. Yeah.
But luckily, I finished, and the biggest highlight was, of course, they taking part in the competition.
Yeah, sure, of course.
Jungle Voice.
Yeah.
It was really amazing. I mean, just being the only foreigner taking part in the competition.
Okay.
Singing in Chinese.
Yeah.
It's literally the biggest show in Taiwan and maybe even Asia.
Yeah. No, it's definitely huge.
China.
Yeah. Sure.
And the journey was really incredible. It's a dream come true.
How did you end up on that show? That's one of my questions that I was going to ask you.
I think I had seen a glimpse of the previous season because it was season 2.
Sure. Okay.
And I was like, wow, man, what if I auditioned for this competition?
Hell yeah, that's great.
Even then, some of my agents was like, "Are you sure you're ready? Maybe." I'm like, "Let's do it."
Yeah, that's the best way to do things in life. I believe.
I think I'm a person. Maybe even you work under pressure. The best results come out when there's,
I agree.
your head on the fire.
You know what's funny? When I'm doing a video and I'm doing like a promo or something for the restaurant for the podcast or whatever, and it's not live. Oh man, I take the video like 50 times. I'm like, I can't even remember anything, and I'm just like, I can't even remember my name. I can't even remember the point of the podcast. But when it's like you hit live and start chatting, it's for me, it's easier. It's weird. It's weird. Recorded, I'm awful. It's really weird. It's weird.
I think it's for me. So I was like, let's do this competition. It's gonna be tough. I mean, my Chinese at speaking level was okay.
Okay.
But I think if you want to sing Chinese songs,
that's the next level.
It's the next level.
It's the next level for sure.
The pronunciation has to be correct.
For sure.
The tone, I literally studied. I think I studied Chinese music more than maybe an average Taiwanese.
I think that helps a lot with language, right? Yeah.
Because I mean, I'm listening to every tone, every intonation, and even if I had a Chinese teacher, especially just for music, singing the songs.
Okay.
So I auditioned for the competition. I got through to the first round, second round, third round. I'm like, wow, this is really happening and getting recognized.
Okay.
And I mean, from when the show started, like the live shows came in and all these things.
Sure,
started getting recognized all over the place. And he's like, yo, whatever. I love your voice.
I actually have a lot of customers. They're like, oh, Waja's here in 2 weeks. I'm like, yeah, come out, man. Come and meet him. Yeah.
Appreciate it. So it's really been an amazing journey. And
how long ago was that?
That was 6 months ago.
Oh, shoot. Okay.
More?
Okay.
About 6 months ago.
Okay. Wow.
So now from the competition, there's like the break of the competition, like get back to reality, because it's really a tough time where you're preparing for songs, you're preparing your performance, and just the pressure of a competition.
Okay.
I don't think it's for everyone.
Oh, for sure. I can imagine. I think it's gonna really test you, right?
It does.
Yeah. And especially for you being the only sort of non-Taiwanese and doing it in Chinese, right? That's crazy, man.
It was.
Yeah, like I said, like I can speak and it's decent and stuff, but singing is like, I go to KTV with my friends and stuff or whatever, and they're like, man, you've been here so long, you don't have one in Chinese? And I'm like, I'll get one for next time, man. But not even one. I'm like, right. I know.
Also, I think that the difference between like probably just like memorizing or learning a Chinese song and singing it versus when you actually understand the lyrics and you could sing with emotion. I think that's what really connects with people at my performances. Because if I sing a song, I actually understand the lyrics.
Sure.
I understand the message of the song, the story, and I could convey emotion.
Every song has a story.
Every song has a story. It's the same way. I mean, I'm not just a performer. I'm actually a musician, and I write music. I write songs. Every song has a story. It's a message. It's a connection. It's.
Oh, I love it. I love that. Every song has a story.
It has a story.
I love it.
I mean, I think not. Some songs are just like silly. Like, I mean, come on.
Of course, no, of course.
I have an apple.
Oh, but I mean, but how huge was that one? I mean, like, it's huge. Some people, they just like, some stuff just gets like the Gangnam Style. No one can understand it. It's huge. It's everywhere, right? And you're like, whoa. You hear it, and that we actually went to Korea a couple of years ago for a little visit, and then we were visiting a friend over there. And then we're going, and that's actually an area. Gangnam is an area, and we were there, and I'm like, oh, and they're like, yes, Gangnam Style. I'm like, oh, you've heard that before, and they're just like, like, okay, that's hilarious.
Let me get into this.
Yeah, let's get the next one. I'll do whatever you want, man. Take whatever you get. If you're hungry, Google drumsticks.
All right.
Do you think? So this is a chipotle. This is sort of a chipotle. So it's a little bit spicier, but it's got the tangy. Chipotle is a smoked jalapeno. So also homemade sauce.
My God.
Yeah, man.
That's what I'm talking about.
Hey, well, thank you very much. I appreciate it.
That's how you do wings.
We try, right?
How you do wings. The thing about this, I think what makes your restaurant authentic, like, there are many Taiwanese restaurants that try.
Sure, for sure,
Western food.
I agree,
sometimes they actually have to cater to a Taiwanese taste.
Agree.
Other times they just don't hit the mark.
No, for sure,
doesn't taste as authentic or as real. But
I agree, man. I agree, and it's not an insult. I mean, I've been to a lot of like sometimes you get like a Taiwanese guy, a chef or something. He comes in and you're training him, and I'm like, okay, this is how we do this, and he's like, yeah, I know. I'm like, no, I mean, just
listen.
You got to listen, man, because if it's wrong, then I get shit for it. Like, come on. So, and I always tell them the story. If I went to like a sushi restaurant and just was like, yeah, I know everything. I got a Mexican restaurant. I was like, no, you don't. You don't know sushi, right? So I don't know sushi. So I'd have to start from the bottom, by washing dishes and doing whatever I had to do, right? So, I mean, you get the restaurant's a humbling thing, man. I mean, sometimes you can be on top. Sometimes you can get smashed, and if you can just keep getting up and keep going, I think it's like anything, right? I mean, if you really like it, if you have the heart to do it, it's something. It can be something, and we've chose to do this, and we like it. Yesterday was Cinco de Mayo was crazy. We probably made and it was a Taco Tuesday as well, so we probably made I pressed out like 600 tacos. I'm like,
oh my God.
And people are like, hey, what's going on? I'm like, hold on, it's coming, hold on. So pressing out tortillas and stuff, and it was good. And we had, we had full staff, but it was just still crazy, man. It was
I can imagine.
So, as a musician, where do you find inspiration for your music?
That's a very good question.
All right. There's the wet ones, whatever you need, brother.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Actually, recently, this whole COVID-19 situation.
Sure.
It has been a mix of demotivation, like a lack of actually inspiration to write and to create.
Okay.
And it has forced, I think, myself and other musicians, other singers, to reflect.
Okay.
To dig deeper, to find yourself, find your message.
Yeah.
So the inspiration comes from two things. It comes from personal experiences, personal stories.
Okay.
You know, joy, heartbreak, love, whatever it is.
Okay.
And I think comes from also the experiences of friends, experiences of family, or of outside society.
Yep.
There's songs I've written, like maybe I have a friend who's going through a situation, and I just cannot find the words to encourage them. Like, I'm not an expert. I'm not a psychologist.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you know what? All I have is this song. Because whatever you said to me, this is the encouragement I could give.
That's
but
amazing.
This is your story in my song. I hope you can appreciate that.
Wow. Oh my God. That's amazing. Wow. Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
because I mean,
how do they react to that? I mean, they must be like, wow.
A lot, yeah, pretty.
I would imagine.
Pretty emotional.
Yeah,
pretty
sure.
emotional. I had one time this friend. I wrote this song and she was like, "I don't like it."
Oh. Hold on.
I was like,
okay.
I was like,
Can you
okay.
continue? Yeah.
I will. Because the thing is, I just had maybe just the piano and vocals.
Okay.
And when I produced the entire song, she's like, "Oh, I'm in love. I listen to it every day. Thank you for your inspiration." For your life."
Okay. That's funny.
Because I mean, a lot of times people just want someone who could listen to them and who could understand them.
Sure. Okay.
And if music can do that for people, it's really, I think it has achieved its purpose.
Okay. Wow, I love that. Yeah. So personal experience and experience of others, family, friend. Okay.
Definitely.
Has any of your family come out here to visit? 7 years.
My mom and my brother came
okay.
last
and how
year.
did they like it?
They liked Taiwan. Like, they really liked Taiwan. I think the food was a bit slower to adjust.
Sure.
to.
I mean, the food is definitely different, right? It's very.
The thing is, I'd been there for so long, I had forgotten.
Yeah.
What it was like for me when I just came.
For sure. We all forget that.
We all forget.
For
and
sure.
I was like, I felt insulted. I was like, hey, 炒饭欸，这是基本上的炒饭，你不吃欸，怎么可能？这个好吃。
Yeah, of course.
So I was like, she's like, why do you add eggs? Like, 为什么要加蛋呢？这
Yeah.
No, obviously my mom is not speaking Chinese.
No, of course, for sure, I agree.
But she's
funny.
like, why is the egg in the rice? Why is the egg this?
Yeah.
I'm like, that's Taiwan.
That's
and
Taiwan,
I remember when I just came, I was like, why is the eggs in the tomato? Why is the eggs in?
Why is it sweet eggy tomato thing for breakfast? You're like, No, I agree. Like my mom came to visit as well, and I'd been here for a while, and I took her to all the good places, and she liked the food, and then we went for a hot pot, and she's like, this soup has no taste at all. And I'm like, Mom, it is a soup, but you got to cook stuff in there, and this flavors the sauce. And she's just like, this broth, it's missing a lot of stuff. I'm like,
the hot pot is basically like in our culture, like a broth.
Sure. Okay, yeah.
When there's like, they finish cooking for the week, there's a bunch of ingredients in the fridge, like chicken, rat, whatever it is. Take a big pan.
Yeah.
Just put it all in. We call it a broth.
Yeah, sure.
Fish broth.
Exactly.
Broth. That's basically what one pot is like. So even for me, actually, when I just came to Taiwan, I used to add all the ingredients inside
the soup. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah.
To give it some more taste.
Well, for me, one of my first meals. So I came here to teach a while ago. I was coaching soccer and I was teaching, and we were outside with roommates. That the school puts you in a like a dorm. So I was like, my first night out, I'm like, all right, let's go get some food. And then they'd been here for a couple of years, and they're like, okay, we're just gonna grab a McDonald's. I'm like, no, this is my first night in Asia. I'm like, I don't want McDonald's. I'm like, come on, and I'm like, what is that? That looks cool. And it was like a shabu shabu, right? And they're like, oh no, it's shit. I'm like, okay, let's just go in. I'm like, I'll pay. It's fine. It's on me. So we went in, and no one spoke Chinese. I spoke zero Chinese. None of them spoke any Chinese. So we went in and we ordered I think we had beef or whatever. And that was the first thing I learned was Neil Rowe, right? And I was just like, okay, but we didn't know about sauce. So we just sat there with the broth, watching people. We're boiling our stuff. We have no sauce, and we're just like boiled cabbage with no dipping sauce. And I was like, man, what have I got myself into? What are we doing here? What are we doing here with this? I was like, and they're like, I told you it was crap. And then eventually, I tried it again a couple of years later. I was dating a local girl, and she's like, "Oh, this is the sauce and the the garlic and this." And I'm like, no, okay, I like it. No, it's good. I like it. Yeah, it's pretty funny though. It's pretty funny because Mexican soups are pretty like brothy and heavy as well. Yes. So
I think even at times I've actually made local food for my Taiwanese friends, and the reaction is like, "Oh, 有点重那个味道，重
heavy taste.
I'm like, hey, that's
take it easy, yeah.
That's why when we come to Taiwan, you're like,
what happened?
There's no taste.
What happened? Yeah, for sure. Yeah, no, that's exactly what happened when my mom tried the hot pot. She was like, what?
But I think generally speaking, Taiwanese food.
Well, there's lots of great stuff.
Yeah, there's
a lot of great stuff. Yeah.
But 基本上可能比较清淡的。
Yeah, of course.
Because if you go to like Thailand, Vietnam, Philippines,
Thailand is like Mexican, Asian Mexican mix. It's like Asian Mexico, like it's hot. Everyone eats sour and spicy, and it's I love Thai food. I love Taiwanese food too. One thing that's really funny is I have this story. I went into this Kwai Cao Dian. I went in there, and then it was a one that I hadn't been to before, and the lady's like, "Oh, 外国人, 我没有宫保鸡丁," and I'm like, "Hey, 为什么是一定要吃宫保鸡丁？他说因为外国人都吃宫保鸡丁，可是我不是跟他们一样啊，我们都不一样啊，我墨西哥的 OK 不好，你要吃什么？宫保鸡丁，宫保鸡丁一份。And she's just like, I'm like, okay, yes, we're the same. I'm sorry, You're right. It was funny. I love it. I love the 宫保鸡丁。
What I find so interesting is that, like 宫保鸡丁，就是每个热炒店的宫保鸡丁不一样，
都不一样，
真的是不一样，
我
觉得蛮特别的。
I love it. There's a place in Danshui. We used to live in Danshui, and they do like their 宫保鸡丁 is okay, but they do like a pig intestine, like a crispy one, but they do the 宫保like宫保肥肠, something like that, and it's the best. It's my favorite dish in the whole island. I go there and they're just like, ooh, because Mexicans eat the pig intestines and the tacos de tripa and stuff like that, and that's so it's my favorite. So whenever we're in that area, I'm like, we gotta go there, we gotta get it. Damn. And it comes out and I'm just like, yeah, I'll take that. Next wing, man.
Next wing. I'm
digging in. Get in there. The next one is like a Korean. It's a Korean style.
Korean style.
I love Korean wings and
Korean wings and like you've been to Korea, right?
Yeah, I've been to Korea.
Yeah, big culture for wings. And
of course. Yeah. So this is, I don't know how it compares to that, but I think it's pretty good. So dig in, man.
Let's dig in.
Yeah. It's all right.
Yep, that's Korea. Wow. Tastes good.
Thank you.
So have you also mastered or learned
Thai? No.
No.
No. It's hard.
What about Taiwanese or Asian dishes?
Not really, but I actually here sort of that's one of our first fusion things, that Korean one. But my wife is Hakka, right? So my mother-in-law makes this pork, this kong ro, this keja kong ro, and she taught me how to make it because every time she makes it, I would like basically eat the whole pot. They're like, "Jesus, this guy, man, let's save some for us." And I'm like, "Okay, I know." She makes really good food, but that dish is amazing.
It's amazing.
So what we do here is we make a keja kong ro taco, right? And we have a couple of different toppings, and people are just like, "Oh, what are you doing?" And then they try it, and they're like, "Oh shit, pretty good." we can have one after if you want. It's pretty. So we have a couple of small fusion things, but yeah, I love that. That's
generally
it's one of my favorite things, man.
Because Taiwanese, Taiwan is known for the fusion of.
Oh, for sure, yeah, for sure. I love it. I mean, like I said, I've been here a long time.
The first time I saw a hamburger with peanut butter, a peanut butter hamburger, that blew my mind.
Yeah,
I was like,
yeah, for sure, yeah, exactly, yeah.
You don't do that, like
you don't do that, yeah, I know.
But after a while, you're like, hey, you guys onto something.
It's like it's not so bad. Yeah, I'll take that, yeah. So, how important do you think it is to learn the language when you are learning a new culture? Yeah,
that's.
I mean, because you've done that, obviously. So, and you're on the TV, and people recognize you, and. How important is that? Like, cause I mean, I know the language and I know the culture pretty good. I've been here a long time, But I have also have friends that have been here longer than me that don't speak anything. But I also feel that they're kind of they live here, but they don't speak any Chinese, so they're just kind of like they stay in their little bubble. So how important do you think it is to learn the language?
Nice. I think there are two aspects to that.
Okay.
One is that generally speaking, you feel more comfortable in the place. You feel more at home when you could understand what's happening around you.
For sure. Okay.
So maybe you let your guard down and you could be more at ease. You could be more yourself.
Yeah.
I think that helps with understanding the language, knowing the language, and being able to obviously communicate with people and listen and just like Taiwan. Every country or every person is the things people say to you when they know they're addressing a foreigner. So when they know they're speaking English to you.
Yeah.
But they would probably use a different tone or different word or different style.
Yeah.
When they're speaking in their own mother tongue, where they're more relaxed and more at ease. So I think that has allowed me to probably understand Taiwanese better. Or for my friends to be able to relate and first have deeper conversations.
Sure.
Because even for me, like, even when I'm speaking with my friends, like, I would prefer, I think, like, when I'm speaking like honest, like deep ideas or thoughts, like to use English because it's my first language.
Yeah, for sure.
So if you can do that with the Taiwanese, then you get to learn even more about their experience, about the culture, about the society. I think it's an added advantage. You actually do miss out.
I agree. I agree with that. I think you miss out. I also feel you get a little bit, I think, more respect. Like, oh, this guy, okay, you know what I mean? Like sometimes
they do that,
because you know, like for the first couple of years, I didn't really. I mean, I spoke. It was it was decent, but like I've been here a long time now, and speaking the language and knowing what they're trying to say is a different thing, I think. But you kind of are like usually they'd be like, oh, 一点点, right? I'm like, actually, it's not so bad, So
especially when you can speak like this in slang.
Yeah, for
like,
sure.
真假的.
Yeah, 真假的.
Like they'd be like, whoa, like you're one of us. Like they really,
for sure. I love that feeling.
They really like when you speak the language. And for me, I think I've picked up on a lot of the like the little phrases or little
sure 怎么可能 yeah.
So I think it really helps.
I always say when I'm chatting with staff or customers or whatever, and I'll always say 你开心我开心你不开心我还是蛮开心的 and then they're just like and they're just like yes, they get to laugh, and I'm like, oh, I'm a pretty happy guy, so be happy,
I think it's, especially as a performer, as an entertainer, 就是你要抓的就是这个笑点，就是效果的点。
Yeah.
Like you need to know what gets people, what makes them, what they think is funny, what's the humor. Because Taiwanese, they like people to poke them and push them, and like especially if you could get into the jokes, it makes them a lot more comfortable. And especially as a performer, you need that for your audience. Because the Asian audience, I wouldn't say Asian in general, but Taiwanese audience can be more rigid, can be more subdued.
Okay. Yeah.
And as a performer, sometimes it's annoying. Because,
sure, of course, it's different. Yeah,
because you're on stage like giving 100 and then.
Yeah.
不错.
不错.
What are you talking about? You're on your chair. You should be sending your chair. Like,
exactly.
This is a
exactly.
party going on.
Well, I have the same experience. I mean, with restaurant, right? You're coming in, you're like pressing everything, and everyone's like, "Oh my god, your food's so great! Oh my god, everything's amazing." And I know you talk to a couple Taiwanese, like, "Hey, 今天怎么样? Oh, 还好." And I'm like, "Wow, jeez, okay, no, 还可以. And I'm just, oh my, okay, well, thank you. Do you want to join our VIP program? Like, I guess not. Like, okay.
Well, like I think you must have had this experience before. Like,
sure.
Maybe your waiter asked the guest, 你觉得今天的 soup
怎么样？
好吃吗？还不错。
还不错, yeah.
But they get home and then they write this review.
Yeah, sure.
今天特别好吃。
特別好，特別好，對。
And you're like, but where is this?
I'm like, man, makes my day when you say it's good. Like, come on.
So for
me,
me,
讲中文讲得这么好, I'm like, okay, thank you very much. I mean, it's not that easy for me, I never really went to classes, but
as
I'm
a
trying.
Performer, sometimes like
you're
on stage performing, you're having a great time, and then sometimes in the car park, in the parking lot, in the elevator. 哇，你唱歌很好听耶！
Oh yeah, I love it.
天哪 And I'm like,
thank you,
I appreciate it. But I would have loved this even more, like
if you're there
30 minutes ago, like
and you're like yes,
But it's just a culture.
It's the culture. Like,
I appreciate.
Yeah, for sure. It's funny. It's funny. grab that next wing.
The last wing.
The end of round one. So that is a cayenne one. It's based with, you know, those long, if you go to the markets and you see those long red Taiwanese chili peppers, they're cayenne. They're long. So that's a hot sauce made from that. Yeah. So yeah, man.
That's the reason you have milk?
Yeah, so some people don't take the spice, right? So, you know, the next round's a little bit spicier, but the whole point is, it's not to kill you, it's just to, you know, okay, it's just an extra added, you know, something, right? So yeah.
Nice.
Lily, you can okay round two, yeah?
Oh, this is really good. You got me licking my fingers, man.
Well, good. Hey, I appreciate that. We love that, you know? That's the whole point.
I like these jumbo wings, they're jumbo size, I love them.
Thank you.
I've been to certain restaurants and it's like one bite and the wing is pretty much done.
I know, like, come on, man. Yeah. So we're pretty careful when we choose our suppliers and stuff. So, yeah.
Have you guys been affected by the COVID-19?
We actually... So we grew from a stand to a really small restaurant down the street, and to a medium-sized restaurant, and then the medium to this one we had at the same time for about 5 years.
Oh.
And it's a little, they're a little close to each other, but you know we're doing well with the two. But the killer was we just couldn't find anyone to work, right? Because unfortunately, you know, unfortunately, when you're making food like in a restaurant here. We make everything. Like we make the tortillas, we grind the corn for the corn tortillas. We make basically everything. So it's pretty labor intensive, and it's hard to find people that want to do that or care enough to do that. I mean, we get distributors that come in with like frozen tortillas and frozen pre-made everything, and I'm like, oh no, no, thank you. You know, we make our own, and they're just like, what? Why do you make your own? Like, well, that's because that's the whole point of what we're doing. You know, trying to make our own stuff. You know, not just buying Costco ingredients or whatever.
True.
I mean, Costco's fine, but it's like if you're at home in the dorm or whatever, you just want to slap something together. But anyways, yeah. So we actually
that's the point of coming to a restaurant.
Yeah, of course, right? Not just some microwaved whatever, right?
Like a lot of these pasta restaurants.
Oh my gosh, it's a crazy how many there are and how few are you know are genuine and good. So we closed this one. No, so we closed the other one about a month before the whole virus situation, and that wasn't planned, but it was just kind of timing.
Good timing.
Okay? It was kind of good timing, and again, it wasn't planned. But after you close one, this one became like really busy,
centralized,
and then the virus hit. But the thing about Tiemu, as you figured out, is it's kind of like away from things, right? So that usually works against us in Tiemu. But this time it's kind of like, it's been good. It's been pretty good. I mean, I can't say it's like super booming.
Because you find like
it's pretty decent
the residents
though. Oh my
they
God,
don't want to go down Taipei.
Exactly,
so
yeah.
They use the restaurants that are actually close by.
Sure, like yeah. I mean, lately nobody's been leaving this area so much, and we actually usually this area, the summertime is really slow because the people in this area, when school's out, they travel to like Europe or to wherever. So this is kind of a special area, right? But now no one's going to travel this summer, so they're all staying. So
I can't go to Mexico, but I can get some Mexican
But I can get some Mexican here, right? So yeah, so that's the plan. It's been okay. It's been pretty decent. You can't. You know, I know that there's places downtown that have been hit pretty hard and closed.
A lot of restaurants have closed, bars have closed. Like
bars,
I've seen places just botted up.
Yeah.
Especially if you walk through the night markets.
Yeah, it's sad, man. Because
especially Shilling is taking a big look. Because Shilling is not a local night market.
Yeah, it's the touristy one for sure. But for me, I mean, we feel lucky. We're happy that we're doing well. But I also feel bad about some of the other restaurants because I know how hard it is to do a restaurant, and that's the whole COVID thing. I mean, that's not controllable, right?
Yeah.
So just to be smashed like that is pretty tough, man. It's pretty tough. Yeah.
Actually, us in the entertainment industry, we've gotten a major blow as well.
Have you guys as well? Really?
Definitely.
We don't even think about that.
Yep,
you know,
it's death spiraling.
Okay.
Because of the virus, there's no major events.
Okay,
there's no
that
events,
makes sense.
There's no concerts. There's nothing.
Okay.
So a lot of musicians have it really tough.
Is there anyone
for
doing?
me, I haven't. This is my first time in front of a microphone.
All right, hey, enjoy.
In 3 months.
3 months. Oh my
two,
gosh,
2 to 3
really?
months. It's crazy.
Wow.
So I have been impacted definitely because of this virus.
Have you ever thought about doing like some live stuff from your house or whatever, or just kind of like some simple stuff?
A lot of the things about
is anyone doing that? I mean, I would imagine
musicians
some
have
people
done
are.
it, like
Okay.
they've gone on live Facebook and Instagram.
Okay.
But
Yeah.
for me, and they are also live streaming platforms.
Okay.
You could gain income from that.
Okay.
The thing with that is that with the live streaming platforms, it's a commitment like a job.
Oh, for
You
sure,
must
I
be
know.
2, 3 hours, 4 hours a day.
Okay, yeah.
It's
That's tough.
contractual.
Oh, that's rough.
It's
okay.
contractual.
Oh, that's too much.
And so for me, I don't like living in these
No,
kind
of
of
course.
limitations.
Yeah. No, of course. And then it's really like.
Yeah, and if you do
pressure and
concerts
stuff.
on Facebook and Instagram, there's no revenue from that.
That's true.
So,
That's true. Yeah.
I think eventually people will find a way to adapt and to be more creative. I think most people right now are just at home creating stuff and writing.
Yeah, like writing, right? Have you been writing some new stuff lately?
Yes, definitely.
Yeah,
Writing some new stuff and doing a lot of collaborations as well.
Yeah, I actually
really
saw a
been
couple of collabs. How do you set something like that up? I mean, do people contact
It's as
you or you
simple as
contact
sliding
people?
in DMs. Like
Okay.
people
Yeah,
message you.
Yeah, that's the same way I found you.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah.
People message you. You message people. Like I did this collaboration with this guy from China.
Okay.
He took part in Rap of China, and he's famous. He's amazing across there.
Okay.
And I was like, hey, bro, you want to collaborate in a song? It's like, yeah. Add my WeChat and bam.
Okay.
We just started from there. So it was pretty good. Just reach out to people. I mean, sometimes I've been like left on red.
Sure, of course. Me too. That's how I find, like, that's how I found you. I was like, sometimes you see some people and you're like, this guy's pretty big time. He's not going to reply, but I'm going to try it anyways, and yeah, when someone replies, you're like, all right, cool, yeah. Cool. So same deal. Okay,
Same deal.
Okay. That's pretty cool. I like that. Yeah.
So what's next?
So we got the next wing. So let's jump on, and let's do this guy right here. We will actually, boom. We're gonna put that on there.
Oh.
And we are going to switch that out. I'm gonna give you that.
I'm gonna get.
That's the halfway.
I'm gonna get an ass whooping.
Nah, can you do the light? Thanks. And so we're gonna do a quick. So we'll put that down. Boom, boom, boom. Hit start. We'll just do a quick. No, it's fine, but there's no sound. Yeah. Can you fix the sound on that? Yeah. So just press start. There you go. Do you play video games at all, or?
Not as much as before.
Yeah, I mean, me neither. This is just an old video game that. Oops, I hit the wrong guy. That's okay.
Oh, wait.
Yeah, so just move it around. I'll just use this guy right here. Yeah.
Oh.
Yes, thanks. Just grab a guy. We'll have a quick game. That's kind of like the halfway mark. Yeah. Have you ever played this before?
Yeah,
I've
played this
Street
before.
Fighter. So after we pick, we'll go that. There we go.
All right, let's see how
All
this
right,
goes.
I totally picked the wrong guy. I don't know how to use this guy.
All right.
All right. Yeah, I'll let you figure out the buttons real quick.
Okay. It's not moving.
There you go.
Oh, this one doesn't work as well.
Yeah, I don't know why. Yeah,
Oh,
I gotta figure that out. But,
Alright.
yeah.
So we got.
Let me know, man.
Jumping. We got these combinations. What we got?
Okay.
All right, let's get a try.
Good. All right,
some
let's
ass
go.
whooping.
There we go. I don't think I've ever used this guy. Yeah, man. So this is just an old retro game, right? We used to play this as a kid, and figure
Yeah,
halfway
same
halfway
here.
through, we just do this guy right here. Yeah, it's a little retro. Boom. When you get close enough and you hit a certain button, it just does that automatically. There you go. Oh. Yeah. So when I was a kid, I don't know, you're way younger than I am, but when I was a kid, this is I used to go to the arcade. This is a huge game we used to play, and you're a kid, right?
Kid. I used to play that, but I used to always get my ass whooped by my nerdy friends.
Oh yeah, sure. I had this buddy who this is the old version, but they used to evolve the game, and there'd be like air combos and all this crazy stuff, and I used to just whoop one of my buddies in college all the time. And then he disappeared for like a week. And then I'm like, okay, and I'm whatever. So I seen him a week later, He's like, yeah, let's go play. I'm like, what? I'm like, all right, cool.
And he's beating ass.
Oh my God, he kicked my ass so bad. He was like, what have you been doing for a week, man?
Oh, I'm going to get a KO.
Like, air combos and just kicking my ass. I was like, damn, like, okay, shoot. Yeah.
I mean, I had a best friend who almost lost his status because when he played games, he was so competitive.
Oh, okay.
It would drive me crazy. He'd be like, you weak ass, you punch.
Talking so much trash.
Talking so much trash.
That's funny.
I'm like, bro, I got feelings, you know?
Yeah, take it easy, man. Shoot, yeah.
It's just a game.
Yeah. That's great. Ooh, it's going down to the wire. Can't remember how to do that. And there's one move with this guy, but I can't remember how to do it. I think that's it. Oh man, whip my ass. Shoot. You got me, man. Beauty.
It's been a while. It's
been a while, but you still whip my ass, man.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, well, man. So you're the nerdy guy this time. You whoop my ass, no?
No.
Okay, we hit the sound off now. Yeah? Beautiful. All right. Oh, we'll hit that light in a sec too. So we're on to the second round. So the second round is a little bit spicier, right? And we are starting with.
Oh, nice. I see some of my friends. Yeah, all right, great.
Yeah, good. So the second round is a jalapeno. So this is made with fresh jalapenos. So we can occasionally find fresh jalapenos in Taiwan from local farms.
Nice.
And like every 2-3 months, they'll call us. They'll be like, I got 10 kilos. You know how much you need? And I'll just like, give me all of it, you know. So that's one of the sauces that we make when we are able to get some of that. So it's a little spicier. So dig in there, brother. Yeah.
Let's dig into that spice.
Hell yeah. You first, man. You're the guest.
You get a drumstick this time.
All right, whatever. Sure. Okay.
All right.
Yeah, so my next one is we were just chatting about collabs, right?
Yes.
So if there was anybody that you could collab with, 1 in Taiwan, 2 worldwide, who would you choose and why?
Wow.
Yeah, right? Deep.
Nice question. Mm-hmm. And this is so it's suitable because the spice just went right up.
That's why the milk's there.
Which artist I would collaborate in Taiwan?
1 Taiwan, 2 worldwide.
I think maybe because of my bias from the competition. Mm-hmm. One of the teachers or the judges was actually I performed with him. It's called Xiaoyu.
Okay.
Xiaoyu 老师.
Okay.
And he was just the calmest, coolest, humble,
really,
just genuine guy. It was just really amazing. Cool. I mean, there's a point I remember on stage. Like this guy is a celebrity. He's a big guy.
Sure.
Shot. I'm on stage getting ready for the band is getting ready, counting 1, 2. I stooped on stage like, okay, I got this. Yeah. I just felt like a hand on my shoulder. 你可以，没问题，你会。
Okay,
I was
really?
Like, who's that?
And you're like, oh shit.
I turn around, it's like, what?
It's like celeb guy.
Celeb guy.
You're like, okay, well, thank you.
Damn.
Yeah.
Appreciate. But why I choose him because his style is close to mine as well.
Okay.
Like his R&B style.
Okay.
And but for me, I was more, I think, convinced or bought by his genuine personality. He's just very humble, very nice guy.
I think it's important, right?
Very, very
yeah.
Very important.
Sometimes you meet like a hero or an idol and you're like, wow, this guy's great. And sometimes you meet one and you're like, holy, this guy's an asshole, man. Damn, I don't like this guy anymore. Like I'm a big UFC fan, right? And we went to watch a Calgary card, and there was a little break time, and some of the announcers, they were sort of coming down the stairs. And I don't know if you watch UFC, but there's one guy called Michael Bisping, and big fan. I was like, hey, and I kind of was like, hey, man, and it was like he's like solid. It was just like boom, like a rock. I was like, okay. And he's like, yeah, sure, cool picture, no problem. Really, really friendly. And behind him was another really amazing guy who was like he's tiny. He was like a 135-pound champ, but he's like amazing. His name's Dominic Cruz, right? And everyone's like, oh my God, Dominic Cruz. He's like, yeah. I gotta go to the bathroom. I'll be right back. And he just never came back. And I was like, oh shit. And he's like, yeah, cool. I'll be right back to take pictures with everybody. I'll be right. And he just never came back. I was like, oh, interesting.
That one worked out.
And I was like, yeah, it worked. It worked. I was like, okay. That was very funny, man. That was so funny. Yeah. So what about
international artists?
International. Yeah.
Wow, that's one. That's a really tough one.
It's a tough one.
I mean, think it would be
one. Yeah,
one like a female and a male.
Sure.
Male artist would probably be. Wow, I feel the pepper.
You can feel it. Yeah, we're getting there.
Like, round two. I can take the spice, but I feel it like in my lips.
Sure. Yeah, the lips sometimes swell up, man. Yeah.
I don't think I'll swell up today.
Okay. Well. Get one more of those.
Best thing for.
Yeah, it's the best, right?
It's the best. I would say Bruno Mars. I think.
Bruno Mars. Okay.
Bruno Mars is his craftsmanship.
Sorry, keep going.
And his
trying to get you another drink.
His musicianship is just really exemplary. Like
Bruno Mars.
And I mean, he's an all. He could write, he could dance, he could sing.
Bruno Mars.
His band is amazing. Like I always think of like, I always want a band where I can have so much fun with on stage.
Okay.
And Bruno Mars, like his band is like so much fun. So much
okay.
Fun. It's really good.
I think I love Bruno Mars, man. I think just his songs. You know, I think the first one I heard of his was was it the Billionaire one?
I wanna be a billionaire. So freaking bad.
Yeah, I was like, oh, that's a great song. And I was like, it was a while ago, right?
Yeah, it was a while ago.
But we were just kind of starting, and I'm like listening to like these motivational books because we're like getting crushed in the business, you know. And I'm just like, I'll just sit there and I like listen to that. I'm like, okay, we're good. We're good. That's the power of music, man. You know, you can sit there and. Like, you know, you go to the gym in the morning and I'm like, oh, I don't feel like going. Like today I went this morning, but I mean, I dropped my daughter off at school and I was just like, oh, because Cinco de Mayo was murder. And I'm like, oh, I don't want to go. But, you know, I put on like some motivational stuff and I'm like, okay. Because usually when I'm super tired, I'll drop my daughter off at school and then I'd be like, because there's a sort of a right turn from my daughter's school and straight to the gym, and I just live kind of here. And, you know, I'll be like, yeah, I'm going to the gym. And I kind of go home, and I go home, and my wife's like, I thought you were going to the gym. I'm like, yeah. Wake up, it's like 12. I'm like, I feel great. I got to go pick my daughter up. Whoops, you know. But, you know, today I went, and, you know, I think that's powerful, man. Pretty powerful stuff. I love it.
A female artist, I think, would be Jessie J.
Okay.
Jessie J. She's just really personal and very real.
Okay.
Her music is very relatable. I mean, her vocals are insane.
Okay.
The vocals are insane. Oh, we have another one coming in.
Of course, man. Yeah.
Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
Okay.
The vocals are insane. Like, I think just last year she took part in this concert. It's singing competition in China. And she got first place.
Oh wow!
She's just incredible.
Okay.
For me, so the music I write, some of the music I write, because some of the music I write is just party music, just
sure. Okay, yeah.
But some of the music I write is just very personal. It's like about life and motivation, success and fears and career and so forth. So, just J's music, it's like that. It motivates you. You know?
Sure.
Who you are, like be stronger, be smart, be brave, believe. Like for me, I was thinking like, you know, the most important asset that schools never teach. You can buy in a bank.
Yeah.
And you learn is confidence.
Sure. I agree.
Confidence determines everything.
It does. It really does.
Like you look at the people who have achieved a lot. They don't look the part.
Yeah.
They can't sing as much.
Yeah. Sure.
Confidence. Look at the guy you hated back in high school. The popular guy.
Yeah.
You probably played better basketball than him.
Sure.
You were probably better looking than him.
Yeah, I'm like, damn it, man.
The difference between you and him was confidence. To just walk up to a girl and say, hey,
what's up?
Here's my number. Hey.
Damn it, I could have said that, you know?
So it's confidence and fear. You know,
for sure.
Really keeps us back. And I mean, this drives everything.
I agree, yeah.
And obviously, in our generation now, we have people who are overconfident. But even if they're overconfident, they achieve a lot. I mean, look at the president of the US. Look at Donald Trump.
He's pretty, I mean,
confident.
When he was running, people were just like, that's no way. And I'm like, hey, it's possible. We'll see, right? And then in the end, it's like, well, no way he'll get elected again. I'm like, oh,
we don't know.
I don't know. I don't want to talk about that. I don't know. Yeah.
This guy is like, like when you play these games, like it's like the top boss.
Yeah, sure.
Like everything you throw at the boss,
exactly.
Like he consumes it and gets stronger.
Yeah, exactly.
Russia Gate, Ukraine.
Yeah, for sure.
Absorbs it and gets stronger.
Of course, it's always a big Russian guy. You're like, oh, okay, shoot, right?
So
that's crazy, man. I love that.
We'll see what happens.
So you've been on quite a few of those like talk show sort of like competition and talk show, a lot of different sort of things like that, right? Do you have any like backstage stories or anything that you found that was just like, wow, like something funny? Do you have anything on there? Yeah.
Stories,
like anything funny like that, or something behind the scenes, or is there anything like that that you can share without people hating
that's
you?
The point. You can
without
share.
People hating you. Yeah.
Because the one came into mind, and I'm like, nope, you can't share that.
Yeah, sure. You're like, let me skip that one.
Let me skip that one. Yeah. I would say probably certain people are very in front of the cameras. They just become someone else, a different person. So it's not really a personal experience.
Yeah.
So I remember this guy was backstage. Like, hey, how you doing? Nice to meet you, man. What's your name?
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, buddy. Shit.
Jesus, man, take it easy. Yeah.
God.
Okay. Yeah.
So, lights, camera, action. We on stage. Everything goes, and then they ask some question. He's like, hey man.
Hey, 大哥，我们是好朋友啊，好朋友啊。
Get your hands off me,
like, my man. Who you talking to? Yeah. Yeah. No, that's crazy. I always feel that.
People are just really interesting when it comes to. On stage and backstage, putting on this persona from the camera.
I also have. I mean, I think most people are almost like the reverse, right? Like I've had some people that are just super talkative. I'm like, come here, let's get on camera and chat. And they're just like,
yeah.
I own a restaurant. Food is good, and I'm like, okay, I'm like, dude, you're like the happiest, like happy-go-lucky, I'm like, just chat. Forget about the camera, man. That's the whole point, right?
I have this. Maybe we could talk about this unforgettable performance. It was about 2 years ago. It was this big car company. Was it Mercedes S-Class or something?
Okay.
I should say the name. Anyway,
okay, I mean, cut. Oh shit, we're live. Okay.
And that performance, it happens to me. Like if I get really nervous or really anxious. But now I'm pretty seasoned now.
Yeah.
But I get really nervous and I blank out.
Okay.
So I remember performing. Music starts. The intro.
Yeah.
And the first line, blank. Like I
really?
could not remember a word, a melody, a phrase.
Oh really?
Nothing.
Oh my gosh.
And the audience stares. It was the most embarrassing, the most
humiliating
experience. But that was the dress rehearsal.
Yeah, you guys want to say hi?
Hi.
That's it. Yeah. Okay.
That was the dress rehearsal.
Okay.
So
and
what happens?
This guy
what
was
happens
good.
is
What's
like,
up? Yeah.
If you make this mistake during your dress rehearsal, you carry these nerves into the live performance.
Of course. Yeah. Of course. Yeah.
So I remember during the dress rehearsal when I blanked out, I was like, I called my agent like, hey, go Google the lyrics right now. Stars are born. Okay, got it. Because all you need is the first line.
Yeah, and then it comes.
Then it comes. Yeah. But this blank out is one of the most scariest things that can happen to you. And then the nerves really don't help. Because the more nervous you get, the less you remember.
Yeah,
and for that song, I think during the live performance, I think what happened is I forgot. I forgot as well.
Okay.
But I sang the second verse.
Okay.
So I sang the second verse twice.
Okay. Hey, that's all right. You got to adjust on the fly, right? Yeah, for sure. No, I think I love that, man. That's really cool. Really cool. I think that sometimes like you were saying, under the pressure, you got to be like, oh, I don't remember the first verse. So screw it, I'm doing the second one twice, and then the confidence, and people are like, hey, great performance, that was awesome. Yeah, I love how you flipped it, and you're like, yeah, sure.
But I mean,
yeah,
I would
get
take
in there, man.
risk.
Get in there, brother. Next one is Ghost.
Ghost.
Get on that, man. I won't tell you what's in it till you bite it.
Oh.
Get in there, brother. Yeah. Woo! Yeah, it's spicy. It's getting spicier.
All right.
Getting there, right?
Spicy. It is spicy. Actually, maybe it comes after.
It'll come.
Yes,
later. It'll come. It'll come. So, do you have any advice for any local, like say, two local Taiwanese musicians that want to get into this business, into your business, music business, and maybe a foreigner who wants to get into the same business? Oh, my lips are lighting up. Yeah, do it every week, but it still gets you. Let's say a Taiwanese. Obviously, it's probably going to be different advice for a foreigner and a Taiwanese to get out there. Do you have any advice for anyone who comes in and maybe your situation way back that you would like to share?
I think maybe a Taiwanese artist.
Sure.
I think it's important to be unique, because I mean we have influences from like all musical influences from all over the world.
Sure. Yeah.
But what you need to try to avoid is to try to mimic like an American artist or American style, because the fact that you're not born there, you'll never be as good as, or you'll never be that person.
Sure. I agree.
You're trying to mimic.
Yeah, I agree. You got to put your own twist on something, right? I think that's
something.
everything. Yeah.
Wow.
I know it's there. Yeah, I know we're almost there. We're almost there. So this would be for a local, yeah? Okay. For like a Taiwanese trying to get into the biz.
Yeah, definitely. Because I mean, and I think the music in Taiwan is interesting.
Ooh, don't touch your eyes. Just don't touch your eyes. Yeah.
The music in Taiwan is interesting. I think it's very. You've probably been to the KTVs, right?
Sure, of course.
It's very bala, like very about heartbreak, about love.
Yeah. I actually love it. I'm one of the one of the few sort of foreign guys that I know that loves going. But I think if you go to a KTV, it really depends who you go with.
Who you go with?
Because if you go with the right people, oh my God, it's so much. 3-4 hours flies by.
You're right.
And if you go with the wrong people, it's like an hour feels like 3 hours. You know, like I've done sort of staff events where we go out, we do stuff, and then we go to a KTV, and some of the staff is like, wow, you know, and some of the staff is just like, oh, 我不唱歌. And I'm like, okay, what about you? 我不唱歌. 我会害羞. I'm just like, who cares? Nobody's here, you know. But then if I leave and it's only Taiwanese people, everyone's like Frank Sinatra, you know. I'm like, geez, guys, come on, you know. Yeah,
you're right. And I think
what do you think about KTV? Because every time I talk to musicians, it's 50-50. Some of them are like, yeah, I love going. We sing, then we just kind of like, kind of just like hanging loose. And other ones are just like, I've asked this one lady I'm thinking of. She's a musician. I mean, not famous or anything, but like a musician, like a vocalist and stuff. And she's just like, it was like the biggest insult ever that I asked her if she, you know, because I'm like, hey, we have KTV because we do KTVs here sort of once a month. Okay. And I was like, hey, come check out the KTV. And she was just like, KTV? Like I'm a vocalist or something like that. And she just like, if eyes could kill, man, I'd be gone. It's like, all right, take it easy, you know? Yeah.
I think that's a unique reaction.
Yeah, I was just like, okay, geez.
Actually, for me, I think when I go to KTVs, because I sing, right?
Yeah, sure.
My friends always call upon me.
Of course, they want you to sing all the time.
Sing. I'm like, hey, I came to enjoy this KTV, you. Not to entertain and perform.
Yeah, exactly.
It's not my concert, because you'll be paying at the door.
Yeah, you're gonna pay off. Yeah, for sure.
So that aspect of KTV is annoying. Actually, when I just came, I was like, I didn't understand the concept of KTV.
Yeah.
I was like, a bunch of strangers in a room, because a lot of times like your friend invites their friend and my friend invites my.
Yeah, sure.
In a room,
of course.
Singing random songs, and then Taiwanese.
I know.
Taiwanese, you know, they're very shy people, so
very shy. Yeah,
people really start to like open up after like the second hour. When
sure. Yeah. Nobody wants to go first. Yeah.
It gets crazy.
Yeah, sometimes
it gets too crazy, and you're like, what?
Yeah, who is this person? And then they leave, and it's like they're back to normal, right? It's like flipping a KTV switch.
So yeah, but until I actually started to enjoy like going to KTVs, I actually had a birthday party. My 25th birthday party.
Okay.
Was actually in Was it 25th or 24th? I can't remember. It was in a KTV, and it was like, yeah, it was a lot of fun.
Of course, yeah.
Just because if you think like, if I were to have a venue, you rent out a venue, gotta pay the restaurant.
No, it's expensive to do. Private parties are expensive for sure.
20 people, 15
KTV.
people, KTV.
Sure.
Bring your birthday cake in, happy birthday, blah blah blah.
And it's fun. It's fun.
So, but the only thing I'll criticize the KTVs for in Taiwan is the lack of English songs current English. Oh my god.
Well, that's funny because
baby. No, please, not that song. Come on, like Jesus.
It's actually funny you would say that because when we do ours here, I use an app from the US, and we can basically get any song. So people come and they're just like, "Can you get this song?" And I'm like, "Yep." And they're just like, "Whoa!" Like the new stuff. So it's really good because again, we all have the experiences. If we go to and I'm getting pretty good at Frank Sinatra because that's all it's there. Sinatra and Elvis, So I've been doing Sinatra and Elvis here for a long time, man, and it's just like
actually,
I like it now, but I was like, it's crazy, like wow. And Backstreet Boys is the newest thing, The
KTV with the most English songs I've ever been in, I've ever had was in Elan.
Oh really?
Yes.
Elan? Okay, that's random. Elan.
I was like. When it was last year, this Drake song. What's the song about?
Oh my god, they had that.
Hot summer, summertime, whatever. I can't remember.
Okay.
Hotline Bling, like these songs are in the.
They were in there.
I was like, I'm feeling this. Let's just come back next week. Let's come back the week after.
That's pretty cool.
It was really cool. That just really drove me crazy. Like,
because again, I've been here for a long time, and the selection has gotten maybe a tiny bit better. Tiny bit, but usually it's just like Elvis, Sinatra, which I like now after that's all they've got for 15, 18 years. Like, okay, I'm going to get, I guess I'll have to do Elvis.
I wonder if it just means that we need to write to them. Like, what's going to make them change or update their policy?
You know what's funny? Sometimes they'll have not new, but newer ones, and then you'll hit it, and it'll be like, some Asian singer totally singing it, and I'm like, whoa, the beat's off, everything's completely different. I'm trying to sing that because I know it, but I'm just like I'm way off now. Not I'm like, okay, yeah. I suck. Yeah,
it's funny too is that I guess they have a song like a Justin Bieber song. Baby,
sure, yeah, of course.
But the background, the music in the back,
I love that.
Some lady walking through the park.
Some like blonde girl getting her photo taken at the river. She's just like dancing there, and the guy, it's the best. I love those.
It's
you watch
really
those,
funny.
And you're like, oh my god, those are funny. Sometimes when you get an actual original video, you're like, all right, you got a real video, nice, yeah. It's crazy, man.
It really is.
Right on,
what's
brother.
This next
keep going.
one?
The next one is similar to the cayenne, but it's made with those small Thai chilies, the bird's eye chili. Yeah. So
I'll take the wings.
You want the wing?
Yeah.
So we'll go, okay, and then I'll take the next wing later. All right. So we call this.
So you said it's getting spicier.
It's going spicier, yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh, will I survive this? Got the sauce in this.
Saucy one, yeah. The thing is, when you're doing hot sauces and they're fresh, they're kind of up and down, So this actually, for me, this tastes less spicy. Less spicy than
I'm finding a new technique. I'm trying to not make the sauce hit my lips.
Yeah, okay.
So I'm going like this.
You gotta. So earlier we chatted about COVID-19, right? Or coronavirus, or whatever people want to call it. That's all right. It's all good, man. What do you think about Taiwan's response? I mean, you've been here the whole time, right? We can't leave, but I have my opinion, obviously. But what do you think about that whole situation?
Well, Taiwan's response, I think, has been. Oh, look at me, it looks so messy.
It's all right. Grab a wet one, man. It's a show. It's all good.
Well, Taiwan has been a global leader in this entire coronavirus
Love
response.
It. Yep.
At first, I think there was a panic all over. Like people were afraid. I mean, even when it just started, I was like, why you gotta wear masks all the time? You know, masks.
Of
are not
course,
effective.
yeah.
Oh,
We all felt that way, right?
We all did that, and then, but just to be, fast forward to now, when we could be in a restaurant like this, talking. I mean, just 2 days ago, I went to a waterfall, went to the beach. I feel really lucky. I feel really blessed to be. Issue the audio.
No. I'm just checking someone.
Okay, cool.
It's all good. Keep going, right?
I feel really blessed to be in Taiwan, and I'm really impressed with how the government and the Ministry of Health just led the entire task force to take care of this entire virus. And it really feels like sometimes, you know, like Taiwan is a small democratic country, but there's some progressive values about this country, like the way they take care of the sick, the elderly, the young.
Well, the healthcare is amazing, right? Yeah.
It's really amazing.
Yeah.
It's really amazing. I think we have only 400 cases, 6 deaths.
Yeah, it's incredible,
deaths.
Right?
I mean, in the U.S., 70,000 deaths right today.
I think also they're a lot of the cases are I don't know if they're healed up, right? Like not all, right? But they're all imported, most of them, right? There's like 50 that are local, right?
Yeah.
Which is nothing. There's like 23 million people here. Yes. And I think a lot of the people are healed up. I mean, not all, right?
Yeah, definitely.
I would say if you do the math, maybe 100-ish, or it's crazy, right?
It's really impressive. And for me, obviously, when the virus just came about, because I think especially from the West, we're like, oh, this is in China. Like people were scared, like, hey, bro, are you okay? Are you alright?
Yeah, sure.
I was like, I'm fine in Taiwan.
Too. Yeah.
I'm fine in Taiwan until this virus in March took off and started spreading all over the world, and I was worried more for my family outside.
For your family,
of Taiwan.
right? Yeah, exactly. I agree.
So, the Taiwan, I think this is a good. I mean, I won't say it's a good opportunity, but this difficult situation has highlighted Taiwan's excellence in terms of how it has take control of its healthcare services, of its people, of how serious it took the virus. Yeah. And I mean, there's a lot.
Jumped on it right away.
Jumped on it right away.
Wow.
Because I think the experience of SARS was really traumatic.
I was here for that, man. I was here for
really
SARS.
traumatic.
Yeah,
and they were alone.
Yeah.
They were alone dealing with SARS.
Dealing with
so
SARS
from the time of SARS, there was a protocol. It was like how we get A, B, C, D, whatever.
Yeah.
And I mean, they've done a really excellent job. And I think the world recognizes Taiwan and gives it a rightful place in the WHO. I mean, this is on the political issues and stuff
Sure, of course, yeah.
But I mean, maybe if Taiwan did have a place at the WHO, but we have been notified of this virus a long time ago.
Sure. No, I think again, I agree 100%. I think Taiwan has been kind of like a world leader, right? I mean, for this, I mean, there are a few countries that are doing well. I think New Zealand apparently is doing super well, right? But here, I mean, there's been no real. I mean, sometimes 0, sometimes 1 new case. When that sort of sailor thing happened, I was kind of like, oh shit.
I was
kind of like,
I was like, no, we were that close.
We had it. And then they kind of locked it down, and I thought, because I think I have friends with restaurants all over the world, and they're all shut down. Everything's locked down. Businesses are closing. Even here in like Taipei, businesses are hurting. And I thought, man, they're hurting, but if they close everything down, then we're all kind of screwed a little bit, you know. So I think the government's done amazing, and shout out to Tsai Ing-wen and all the president and presidential team that have taken care of it, man. So
definitely
pretty amazing.
It's been amazing. At first there was a point in time I was like, hey, I want to experience quarantine. I want to see what it feels
for sure,
like.
Of course.
All my friends in France, in Italy, in Spain, in
I
Canada,
know, exactly.
in the US,
me
like
too,
we're in quarantine and we hate it. I'm like, really? Is it that bad?
No, I know. I was also thinking that because for me, like I worked 7 days a week, like all the time, and I thought 2 weeks at home, I could do a couple courses that I wanted to finish. I was like, I want to master my like video editing. I want to master my this and that. But, I spend 2 weeks with my daughter, cooking at home, just hanging out. I'd be like, hey, that doesn't sound so bad, And I'm like, okay, well, if it happens, it's okay. But, overall, it hasn't happened, which is the best for everyone, right? I think that Taiwan, after all this, there's going to be a little bit of a shuffle, right? Because everywhere's shut down. I mean, everyone's kind of economy's tanking.
Yeah.
But Taiwan could do well, I think, at the end of all this mess. I hope, anyways. Yeah. You know, when I came here a long time ago, you know, Taiwan was like one of the Asia superpowers. With like HTC was up there with like iPhone and Samsung and stuff, and it was just like 1, 2, 3, 3, 2, 1, and then it just kind of, you know, went down a little bit. I mean, it's great. I love it here still, but it'd be nice to see Taiwan kind of getting back up there. And it's a great place. People are great. And I find, if you learn the language, you get to meet some cool people.
Definitely.
And I think one of the cool things is that, you know, when you start speaking Chinese and I've been here for this long, and there's 十几年, 你是台湾人, you know, I'm like, well, that for me is it's a big compliment, right?
Well,
because
friends will say, 你很台
yeah, exactly, right?
就是台湾人一样.
Yeah, exactly. And you feel like, hey, thank you, because I know that I have friends in other sort of Asian countries that it's like let's say Japan, for example. And I mean, you can even be born there, but if you don't look it, they're like, you're never going to be Japanese.
Yep.
And you're just like,
Yep.
That's kind of rough. Yeah. So I can imagine it. Yeah. I've read the stories about that. Yeah. I have a funny story about that. There was this American dude, black guy, he came by and he was up eating and here for the weekend, having some food. And he's like, yeah, I'm just here for the weekend. I'm heading over to Japan. You know, single guy, older guy, super, like, comes in. He's just like super suave, great guy. And I'm like, you know, I've been here for a long time, and one of the things that I hear about is, you know, the black man is king in Japan, you know? And he's like, well, I heard that too. That's why I'm going, you know? And then he went for like a month, and on his way back, he came by. I'm like, how's Japan? And he just was this big smile on his face. He's like, it was good. I was like, all right. That confirms that, man. Oh, this guy was great, man. I love it. Like I said, that's one of the best things about the restaurant. You just meet cool people, and there's so many all over the world. Yeah. I mean, I had this, Taiwan was working with Mexico on this project like 5 years ago, and sort of there's this Mexican TV channel called TV Azteca, and they, like 5 or 6 of them, they came in with like their cameras and shit, and I was just like speaking Spanish, chatting with them, and they're like, oh yeah, we're with TV Azteca, we're here working on this project, and I was like, what? That's crazy, you know, how long you guys been here? They're like, oh, a week, but we need tacos, you know. I'm like, oh, okay, so
Tacos.
You know, tacos, man. I'm like, okay, cool. So it's cool, man. I love that. I love getting to meet the cool people, and
Nice.
and Mexican food is a big part of like American culture as well, right? So a lot of Americans come out, and we get a lot of Taiwanese that go to the States, right? Especially like California and stuff. So they come out, and we get a pretty good mix of people, and Latinos as well,
Yes.
from Central and South America, and you know, I mean, the food's not the same, but it's similar, beans and rice and corn-based stuff, and
it's the flavors.
yeah, so it's pretty cool, man. So we love that. I love meeting people.
I think
Yeah.
your restaurant being a success in Taiwan is just, I think, a sentiment to how welcoming and how inclusive they are, and
Yeah,
how
I agree.
appreciative
I
of
agree.
the cultures they are.
I agree,
And how they're willing
100%.
to like.
They're willing to try.
Because a lot of maybe the response from me, just because of my singing, it's also to the fact that like they're just so fascinated or just like interested or very curious about like, wow, this other culture or this other food or this other person. So I think Taiwan is just really interesting because I mean, other parts of the world you go and you're like, oh, you're the foreigner, or oh,
Yeah, sure, for sure.
get out, whatever.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think one of my fans.
There you go, man. Come on in, say hi. Yeah. No, I agree, man. It's pretty. I agree. Like, for example,
You think you
here,
could have had a restaurant like that in Russia? I mean, just a random
for sure, probably not. Yeah. I mean, in Mexico, like you go to Mexico, and Mexicans, they eat Mexican food, and pretty much that you might find some Chinese randomly somewhere, some Chinese food, but it tastes like Mexican food. You know what I mean? So it's like, it's total Mexican like food, and so that's why when Mexicans travel into Taiwan, we've met so many, you know, like California or Mexicans that come in and they're bringing their family here for the Taiwanese wedding. I mean, they end up here within 3 days. They end up here eating, and then they're like, okay, and then that's it. They're here every day for the 2 weeks that they're here, and I'm like, I appreciate
The
it.
business.
I mean, it's good, but I mean, have you gone to Din Tai Fung? You know, like go to Shili and try a couple, you know, snacks over there. They're like, I'm not going there. I'm like, just try it, man. They're just like, nah. I give them like a list of stuff, and like they leave it on the table when
Oh
they
my
leave.
God.
I'm like, okay, well, I'll see you tomorrow then. And they're just like, I'm like, at least try Din Tai Fung, you know. I'm like, at least I try something that's famous, you
local.
know? And
Like,
they're
what's
just
the
like,
point of traveling all across the world?
God, I have. It's funny though, because some Taiwanese, like one of my good buddies, his name's Jim. We call him Taiwan Jim. He's like the most local dude. He got married to a girl who's like even more local than him, and they went for their honeymoon in Italy. I mean, this was way back, right? And when they came back, I was like, all right, tell me about it. The food must have been incredible. I must have been like the culture, everything must have been incredible. And it's like, oh my God, the food was shit. I'm like, in Italy? He's like, oh, you know, you go there and there's like these old people like shaving like this smoked meat like on in there, like giving in, and I'm like, that sounds
That's
incredible.
good.
Like prosciutto and salami, you know. I'm like, that sounds incredible. He's like, no, it was shit. But I had some friends that went before, and they told me the food was shit. So we brought a whole bunch of pao mian, and I'm like, you brought pao mian
On your trip to Italy?
on your trip to Italy?
My
And he's like,
God.
yeah. So you know, for lunch and for dinner, we were just at the hotel eating the pao mian.
They must have saved a lot of money.
I'm sure you saved a lot of money, but I was like, he's like, yeah, one of the suitcases full. I was just like,
Oh my God.
to Italy, man. Get in there. Last one, brother. Last one. Okay.
That's the combo,
get
right?
it. That's the last one. So hit or miss, right? We'll see how she goes.
Ah, I have a feeling. I got a feeling.
Got one, yeah.
Let's try.
Get in there, brother. There you go.
You know what food is spicy when you can smell the spice.
Yeah, man.
That means it's a good chef.
Yeah, well.
Oh my God.
So, before this interview, I was Instagram stalking you, man, and I love it. I love your Instagram page. I love that the positive. It's hot, I know. I love the positivity on the page. Can we get one more milk? Thanks. I love the positivity on the page. I love the vibe. I don't know everything about it. Do you have any kind of advice for people that are maybe trying to build, like musicians that are trying to build maybe their Instagram or maybe their Facebook? Because yours is great, man. I love it.
Appreciate it.
Do you have any advice for that?
For me,
aside from skip the last wing, right?
That's boss level right here.
Yeah, man. You got to have one beast at the end, right? Yeah.
I think for me, it's really about being yourself, being authentic yourself, and
It's a rough one.
I think if people like your music, they also want to know about your life. They also want to know about wow.
Are you out of all three? All right, milk is on the way. Milk is on the way. All right. Milk is on the way. Yeah, so the Instagram, the Facebook, are those the two where you put
Most of my
your stuff?
information.
Yeah?
And I have a YouTube channel where I'm building content for.
Yeah, I love that. Yeah.
Thank you very much. Yeah. Wow. Yeah, that's why it's the last one, right?
Yeah, for sure.
You
Yeah, it's a
remember.
beast. It's a killer. Yeah.
Because if this
I know.
was my first wing, I'd probably stop.
Oh, yeah, it's over. It's over. Yeah, you got to do it. Yeah. Yeah, imagine if that was the first, how the other 8 would be. Jeez.
Maybe
All right, it's all right.
I was saying that.
Everyone forgets their question on the last one because they're just burning, right?
I've had like a really dramatic response, a reaction.
I have this African American professional MMA fighter. He fights for 1FC. He came in and like on the buffalo wing. He's like, I can eat pretty spicy. I'm black. I can eat spicy. I'm like, all right, cool. And on the first one, he's like, yeah, that's pretty spicy. I'm like, the buffalo one's spicy? Oh, shit. I'm like, oh, man. I'm sorry, but I'm like, that's a rough one, man.
You're not gonna make it.
I mean, my daughter eats that one, like, the buffalo, no problem, right? So he was actually Bam Morris, great guy. His T-shirt, like, at the end, it was drenched. Like, he was just drenched, and I'm like, hey, I got a new way for you to cut weight now, man. All right, yeah. Have a couple hot wings. No need for the sauna to cut weight, you know. Yeah.
I was saying just be, because I think right now there's people who create content for different reasons. Like
Sure. Okay.
people do it just for the music.
Yeah.
Some girls are just for like, you know, the style.
Sure. Yeah.
Some people do it for comedy. But for me, it's just my music and my life. Wow. I think my lips are swollen and that.
There you go. They're swelling up. I told you they swell up. And whenever I say that, people are like, no, mine will never swell up. I'm like, mine, I said that and mine swell up. Yeah. I mean, I'm Mexican and they still swell up. Shoot, right?
So people in Mexico eat that on a regular basis?
In Mexico, like, we eat spicy. Like, I was born in Canada, but my family, we're Mexican. So we eat spicy, but Mexico is next level. Like, that would be, probably kids could eat that.
Are you kidding me?
Like, it's crazy. You eat something and you're like, oh, that's pretty spicy. And then a kid has one, they're like, no, and they grab like that sauce and it. Okay. And I'm like, damn, I'm getting shown up by a 5-year-old, man. Like, shoot, I thought I was the shit and I could eat spicy, but Mexico's next level, man.
Wow.
Yeah, Mexico's a great place, but the spice level is it's crazy. It's
God.
crazy. Yeah. It's pretty crazy. So Instagram is kind of like a behind the scenes sort of look at your life.
Yeah,
what do you
just
think?
like I always like
compared to like Facebook, YouTube, Instagram.
Facebook is less because I mean a lot more people use Instagram than Facebook.
Yeah.
And actually you find that the audience is different. On Facebook you have like a more mature, older audience.
Sure. Yeah.
So some of the content I would probably do less of like more contemporary stuff.
Sure.
But Instagram, this is still burning after 5 minutes.
Man. Still burning.
Wow.
One more milk or an horchata?
I dare you guys to come down.
Come and do it.
And try at Eddy's Cantina. Damn. This is good. Normally, I think I would have punked out a lot earlier because sometimes I could be weak with spices. Okay. But this is spicy. Even more.
This one's crazy. Yeah.
Even more spicy than Thailand. Like.
Yeah, I mean this one is just like a top. It's just. I mean, we don't even serve that unless people want that. You know, this is something where you would have one both. We can fill them up, man, for you. Yeah. Both. Yeah. This one is for when you get someone that comes in and they're like, I eat spicy, and then you give them like the regular stuff, and they're just like, Mexican food's supposed to be spicy. And I'm like, I got something for you, man. Just hold on, you know. I'm like, and then they're just like, holy crap, this is hot. I'm like, well, I told you, man, but you wanted that, so yeah.
And for me, like I went in discreetly. I was like,
yeah. I don't know.
Imagine for these guys to just go all in.
So this green one, I mean, it's not super spicy, but it's spicy.
It is.
And we did a catering gig once, and I had a big sort of tub of that, and this lady thought it was guacamole, right? And she's just like, hey. And I'm like, that's not guacamole. She's like, yeah. I'm like, no. And then she was just like screaming, and I'm like, hey. I told you that wasn't guacamole, you know? And she's just like, I'm like, I'm sorry. Need some milk, you know? Like, we got horchata, you know? Mais songi, you know, just
actually,
for you. Yeah.
This was spicy, like the bam.
Yeah.
The two in between was like
so
like spicy, but
yeah.
Not that spicy.
Yeah, the last one. That's why you got to keep that one for the end, or else people will be like, "Hell no, I'm out of here" on the first wing, right? So on your Instagram, I actually see that you had a whole weight transformation thing, man. I mean, what's the secret behind that? You got the
secret was I think just motivation. I had my first concert.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, nice.
Last year.
Okay.
And I was like, hey, this is my first big concert. I want to look good. Look good in a suit, sharp, look attractive.
Yeah.
And I started this journey. I lost about 10.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I lost about 10 kgs in like 2 months, 3 months.
Okay, nice. And how? Was it like intermittent fasting or dieting or exercising or everything?
It wasn't. I think for me it was cutting out like sugar.
Okay.
Sweet drinks.
Sure.
Not eating after like 9 p.m.
That's important. Sure.
A lot of water. Changing my breakfast because sometimes I would not have breakfast and have a big meal.
Yeah.
Or having breakfast is actually really important because it gives you the fuel to take you throughout the day. And I had a habit of like eating till I'm full.
Okay.
I was like, oh,
it's like almost food coma full, right?
Yeah. So I cut that down to about like 60, like 50% there about.
Yeah.
And then I had like little supplements in between. So
okay.
Because if I'm busy throughout the day, like, you know, you don't want to snack on something.
Sure.
Snack this. So if you have like a supplement to just replace that.
Okay.
Or just replace it with nuts.
Okay.
And a lot of salads, a lot of like chicken breasts.
You said a month, 2 months?
2 months.
That's pretty amazing. Yeah, wow.
It was quick. I think the first month or 3 weeks is difficult because you don't see the results.
Yeah.
And then you're like,
what am I doing?
Man, is this really working? By the second month, it's just shredding and just coming down. So, but I think it's really all about the mindset and being able to be disciplined to achieve the results you want, and having a scale at home to check every morning and check every day.
Sure.
Oh, okay.
Moved a little bit. Okay.
And I mean, it's been great. I've motivated people around me to lose weight as well.
Okay.
And when you lose weight, you're more confident.
For sure.
For sure. Your health is better. You breathe better. You exercise better. You enjoy more.
Go up a few flights of stairs, you feel good.
Definitely. So I think exercise is obviously a very good point. Maybe exercise 3 to 4 times a week and follow programs online. Because I mean, I've seen even now, like when I know what to do in the gym, like I see people in the gym and like, what are you doing? Like this. Put it down.
I know. Yeah, I know.
Like, if Taiwanese weren't so shy, like it's sometimes I really want to go because hey, this is not how you hold this. Your form is bad.
Yeah, sure. Yeah,
you know,
sure.
I mean, you can't do that. You know?
Yeah, I know. Like back home, people be like, "Hey, here's a little trick," and you're like, "Okay, cool." Yeah. But here, you know, sometimes you see some stuff, and you're like, "Okay, yeah,
that's the first.
Sure, yeah."
So that was really the transformation, and it's at first it may seem difficult, but as long as you just keep motivated and you stick to your goal, it's definitely achievable.
Beautiful. I love that, man.
I think your mental state and mental health is most important, because even when I had actually lost that weight, I did like something last year, maybe like after the competition or during the competition, I gained some weight. And every time you feel pressured or you feel down or stressed, it's easy to gain weight. Because for me, like
for sure,
comfort foods like cake,
of course,
cheese,
sure.
chocolate,
I love cake. We all love chocolate.
Drinking,
Chocolate
food.
is rough. Yeah, I
so
love
for me,
chocolate.
Cutting back on these comfort foods was really important as well.
I think Taiwan's a special place where they're not shy to tell you, "Hey, ni bien pang," you know. That helps too, right? Yeah.
Yep.
You're like, "Hey,
and like
come on,
if you actually like if you actually lose weight, ni bien sola.
Ni bien sola.
And it's like, wow. So 上次看到我你信你就这样说我胖是不是？
对。That's so funny. And like you'll see like a picture, and I'll be like, "Hey, look at this old picture," and it's like this old memory of whatever, and like, "Oh, you post a picture. Oh, 你那时间比较瘦, huh?" I'm like, man, come on, you know? Oh, it's like, pang.
I think for us, the emphasis,
like take it easy,
maybe like a Western culture.
Yeah, but I think it helps
to a certain extent.
Yeah, sure.
Like somebody who's big is like somebody's wealthy and happy.
Yeah, sure.
幸福, this is like happy kind of.
Happy.
I've seen so many couples.
Yeah.
When they just got together,
they're all like
nice and slim.
Yeah.
A year, 2 years, like.
Yeah, you're like, oh my gosh, yeah, that happens a lot, man. It happens a lot, yeah.
But I mean, in the West, we don't look down as much.
Yeah, no, of course, yeah.
You just like you do your own, papi.
Yeah, do whatever you want. Like, yeah. Do you just be happy, do your thing. Yeah, who cares, right? Exactly, it's the same. Yeah.
So.
Brother, you finished the wings, man. You made them. What do you think?
I made it without a sweat.
No sweat. You crushed that.
Lips still swollen. I'm not sure.
A little bit, no. So do you have to end it off? Do you have any sort of advice or anything for the fans that you wanna say?
Obviously, I mean my music. You always check it out.
Yeah, we'll throw some links in the bottom. We'll add them.
Definitely.
I have the link to the Instagram, but I'll add the YouTube
my Spotify.
one. Yeah. Okay. Spotify.
I have
nice.
some songs I released last year. A song I released early this year, February.
Okay. Yeah.
It's called "Can't Get Enough."
Okay.
Last year was Running Back.
Okay.
I worked on this collaboration with another Chinese rapper. My first rap collaboration. It was pretty cool. This one is called Signal Shunha.
Okay.
It was with Iwan and I'm gonna release a song this month. Actually.
Okay.
Maybe
all right.
May 25th, 27th,
Okay.
thereabout. So stay tuned for that.
Stay
tuned.
tuned.
And of course, working on my album project. which I think
will be this year.
Yeah,
you
this
think?
Year for sure.
This year for sure. Okay.
I mean, initially was the projection was like July, August, but because of this coronavirus, I think.
Okay, yeah, of course.
People have
everything.
People have no appetite to consume music and to go to concerts and stuff like that.
Well, one thing I forgot to ask was, when you write a song, are you able to write them in Chinese as well?
Oh, so this is still a challenge. The songs
okay.
The songs I've written in Chinese before, when I listen to them, I just laugh at them because it's like
sure. Okay,
it's so like
because I was like, damn, that's boss level, man.
But I collaborate. So
okay, cool.
One of the songs I'm working on my album is I collaborated with a friend. So I have the message, I have the melody. I'm like, hey, this is the emotion, this is the words I want.
I love it.
Let's put a tune together. Even some of the times when I write a song, I'd write it in English first, in Chinese first.
Okay.
And like say to my Taiwanese friend, hey, make
sound?
This sound like a local, like how a local would write a song.
That's the secret trick.
That's
okay.
It's like
that's a secret
language
trick.
is all about context, communication.
I agree.
And
dialect.
For sure. Like
for sure.
If I were to say,
no one would say it like that, right? Then it doesn't sound natural.
Because I mean, my first Chinese song, like you listen to it and you just know it. It's a foreigner singing.
Yeah. Okay.
It goes like, whoa, I need.
Okay.
La 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 la.
Oh, that's funny. But hey, you did it. That's pretty incredible. Yeah, that's pretty incredible. Well, thanks for coming, brother.
It's been an absolute pleasure. Thank you so much, guys.
I'm very happy that I got to meet you and that you got to come and do this. You finished the wings. We love it. So we'll drop the links in the bottom. Definitely. Stay tuned for your album. And thank you guys for watching. And we'll see you guys next week.
Come down.
Come on down.